field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. It is the opener of the 2024 season for these two teams, and off we go on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
And what stands out the most about Murphy, Mike, is just his ability to play with leverage. He's quick, he can disrupt, and he is so good against those double teams. 5 sacks, 8.5 tackles for loss his last year in college, both career highs. I think he's a young defensive player that has a chance to be really good at the NFL level.
Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Third and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's going to send it downfield looking for Ingram.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This is taken at the 25. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. The rookie from Alabama on target there. It is a 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here comes the 3rd-year man out of Michigan State, Kenneth Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And the defense all over this one. They knock them down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. 11 yards on the pass there. 1st down, Broncos.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll run. This is McLaughlin. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. A throw right side is intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
That is caught downfield by Kupp. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. That one good for 29. 1st and 10. From the pistol, here's Walker. He'll take it into the red zone. It's at the 19. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of...
To the goal line and in! Cooper, touchdown Seahawks! Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. So, 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Knicks now on 1st and 10. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He connects with Mims. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Nix to throw. That's caught left side by Ingram. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
A run here. It's McLaughlin. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throw it. Nix. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
So many of these young rookie quarterbacks, they come into difficult situations. We see it year in and year out. They don't have a lot of veteran pieces around them. Maybe their weapons aren't great, but I don't think that's the case for Bo Nix.
A run now with McLaughlin. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll throw. It's Nix. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. It is 3rd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down. Two minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
He'll look to throw. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
RPO and the quick hit to Smith and Jigba. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion. That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield, he doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the marker.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Timeout Seahawks, that is their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Now Seattle will use the final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Open man, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. He is in. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Touchdown, Seattle.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. He will air this out. Looking for Sutton. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And And that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And that one all the way over the back line of the end zone. Can't do that anymore. Per the new rule, cost you 5 more yards, and the ball comes out to the 30-yard line. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Throw right side, hauled in by Kupp. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Second down, zone read, and he keeps it. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss. On third down, they'll set up to throw. The open man is Smith-Njigba. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make. I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well done here by the quarterback, realizing quickly in his progression that there's going to be nowhere to deliver the ball, but there was some space to pick some yards up with his feet. He's able to get out of bounds, picking up some positive yardage to make it a shorter 3rd down attempt.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. A 1st down throw for Nix. That's over the middle to the tight end, Ingram. Nix now to throw it here on foot. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.